My guest today is Chief Mrs. Nike, Davies Okunday, right? I pronounced that accurately. Also known as Mama Nike. Mama Nike is an artist. She is an entrepreneur. She's a philanthropist. She's a teacher. She's a cultural preservationist. I mean, there's so many ways to describe this woman, and I am so honored to speak with her. She's literally a legend in human form. She's amazing, and I'm just so blessed to be here. And thank you so much for speaking with me. I'm so excited. So you are so unique in this culture because you are a woman who is thoroughly immersed in the art space and has been an enormous success at it. Children are encouraged to be doctors, lawyers, accountants. So how did you get into art, and how did that happen?
Well, my parents, I started my own art at the age of 6.
Okay.
Because the way they pass knowledge to kids in those days, your parents will teach you what they are doing.
Right.
So I started learning at the age of 6.
Okay.
As my mother died, they gave, like how you will give your first child to your mother will give his own child to the great-grandmother.
Yeah.
So that is how I started working with my grandmother.
Okay.
Then my grandmother is an artist. My great-grandmother is the head of all the weavers in the village.
Okay.
And the way they pass education, whatever you do, you teach your child.
Right.
That is how I started at the age of 6.
Right.
And today, I just take it like my own education because I don't have money to go to school to be able to speak English. So I finished at the primary 6. Then I said, let me follow up and package the education that is given to me by my great-grandmother. My mother died at the age of 6, when I was 6.
Okay.
There are 2 of us, me and my brother. And my grandmother died a year after that. My great-grandmother, actually, I always give thanks to her.
So you lost your mother and your grandmother in the same year?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
that must have been very traumatic for you.
Yes.
And so your grandmother, you said she was the head of the weavers.
Yes.
So in terms of what like ashoke weaving?
Yes.
Or,
you know the women's loom in those days, only women can weave the women's loom. And it's the housework that all the women do after all they are going to the farm. So all of them.
Yeah.
Even the elewa cloth, which we call people in prison, is woven by women.
Really?
Then the cloth that the king will wear every morning, which is called kijipa, is woven by women.
Okay.
Because the women's loom is wider and is longer than the men's loom. But the men's loom is just maybe 20 inches.
Okay.
Then long.
Okay.
Then they have to join it. But
Right.
the women's
So
loom,
the strips of ashoke
is for men.
Right?
Then the one on the vertical loom is for
women.
Yes.
How old were you when you decided I'm going to use this education I've been given to make it my life's work? Do you remember that moment?
Yes.
Do you remember the time? How
Yes.
old were you?
By then I was already 13.
Okay.
And
so
I
you were
cannot
quite
go
young.
to school.
Right.
So then I was doing the embroidery.
Right.
And in the school, when you do embroidery, any handwork you do, the teacher will give it to a reverend father or reverend sister.
Yeah.
So they like my embroidery because my father used to do embroidery on men's agbada.
Right, the front of their body.
Yes, and all those embroidery have a name.
Okay. Each
The
design.
eye of the pigeon, the sword,
Can
the
you
chain.
call in Yoruba? What are they
Oju
called?
Eyele.
Okay.
Oju Eyele, they are saying this my eye of the pigeon. The pigeon are always the most lovers that people know. So when I put this on your agbada, you are going to be loved by your people. So that is why they have Oju Eyele, your eye, my eye. We are loving you. So all those meanings have a lot to do with them.
What are some other embroidery?
The chain that bring all of us together.
Okay.
You know, some people will say, oh, it's a chain of the slave. No, this embroidery is called chain that bring all of us together, chain all of us together. Either you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, we are one.
Yeah.
Then you go to 54 African countries. We are one. Because that African spirit bring all of us together as one.
It's the same. In every African, there's something about all of us that is the same.
Yes.
But I think we forget that.
Yes.
We forget.
We are always one.
Yeah. So you're 13 years old. When did you move to Oshogo?
Actually, they brought me to Oshogo when I was 7.
Who's they?
My mother's sister
Okay.
brought me to Oshogo. She's an Adire maker.
Okay.
And when she brought me to Oshogo, I have to go back and start school
Okay.
in my village.
In Oshogo?
I come to Oshogo when I was, let's say, a year after my mother's death.
Okay.
So I come to Oshogo. But they have to take me back to the village to start, because by then, if your heart cannot reach your ear,
Right.
so
right. So wait, you have to do this.
So you
Wait, what was
sometimes-
the test? You have to go like,
you go
like
to the
this,
back and
right?
you say, no,
like this. Yes, like this. So the way, so can you explain that? You have
Yes.
to, you have to do this test.
Yes.
And if your hand doesn't reach your
Then
ears,
they know you are
can't-
not up to.
You're not old enough to go to school.
So by the age of 6, I do it doesn't work.
It didn't work.
So they now said, okay, you have to be 7. So by 7, my hand can reach my ear.
Here, so you were
they
able
now
to do
said,
this.
yes.
So then you went
that
to
is
school.
how I started school.
Okay.
I only finished 6 years.
Okay.
So I was in primary 6.
Okay.
When I finished primary 6 and I don't have money to further my education,
Yeah.
let me package this
What I know.
and do it well.
Yeah.
So I went, after I finished primary 6, I was now doing a babysitter for an Indian woman.
Okay.
That one I worked for 1 year in Kaba. That is
Where's Kaba?
Kaba, very close to my village. It's
Okay.
about 8 miles,
Okay.
which is like 12 kilometers. So
Okay.
I walked from Ogidi to Kaba to go and try to do interview. Then the Indian woman, I was telling her, I said, my signature, I want to say my name. I said my signature, my tribe, that I can do this work. But I don't know how to say it to her in English. She said, I don't need English, I just need hard work.
Okay.
So then he will tell me, Monica, my second name is Monica.
Okay.
So he will say, so when I want to eat, he will say, Monica.
So she spoke some Yoruba.
Little by little, I was able to hear come. Because when you finish primary 6, you can hardly speak a word of English in those days.
Yeah, so did you learn English from her, or where
I
did you learn English from?
from her more because I was now talking to the children.
Yeah.
So the children are my teacher.
Sometimes it works that way.
Yeah, so by the time I went back to Oshogo, I went to join the traveling theater.
Oh, of course.
So
wait, can you tell us about this traveling theater? Who was the founder of this traveling theater?
Well, it's called Olosupa Traveling Theater.
Okay.
I was in Kaba doing this, my
Yeah.
housemaid,
Yeah.
and I was enjoying the Indian woman because
Okay.
it's like teaching me in a hard way, but I love it because I never have a mother to really put all those things right for me.
Yeah.
So then my father called, he said, he want to marry me to a minister. I said,
Wait,
But
how
then
old were you?
By then I was 13.
Oh my gosh.
How do you
Okay.
marry me at this age of 13?
Yeah, you're so
For
young.
a man who is 60 years old,
Oh my
he
God.
has already 4 wives.
Oh my God.
So I said it's not going to be possible.
So you told your dad no.
I told
that
my
was not
father
happening.
no. He will now take me back home, carry me to the minister. So when I get to the minister looked. He said, oh, in another 2 years, she will be okay. Then I will be 15.
Wow.
So I will be number 5 wife. I just said, okay. So I was thinking that the way to escape. So I told them, when I see that I cannot escape, I said I want to go and pee. After my father left me and go back, he did it.
Yeah.
My father has no money. He was thinking the minister will give him money.
Right.
Then the minister said, give her to me first.
Wow.
Then I will be paying you later. So, and the babysitter I'm doing, they are paying me £1. And I was happy with my £1 because I'm
£1
from
a month.
A month.
Okay.
From there, I will give 5 shillings. I give my brother 5 shillings who is still going to school. And then the 10 shillings I'm saving to buy clothes, to be able to change every day. So that is how, when my father said that first, I get to the minister now said, okay, you will be here, you will be my acolyte, me who cannot write more than, I know mathematics, but I'm not good in English.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay. So as the minister went to his own house to eat, they take me to where his office. So I told them I want to go pee. So when I want to go and pee, the security now want to follow me.
Yeah.
I told the security, I said, I'm a woman. Do you want to enter it's open toilet.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's not even a potty. You just pee and pour water. So
Yeah.
I told him I want to feed and you don't need to enter the thing. So I stayed there. I would see that when I stayed there for half an hour, 1 hour, when he see that he's getting tired, he now left.
The minister.
No,
The guy that was waiting outside. Yeah.
So, I just got, that is how I went to join the theater.
Theater. And where was this traveling theater?
It's from, actually they come from Busayo.
Okay.
They are called Olosota Traveling Theater.
Olosota.
Then they put me on stage.
Okay.
And I learned with them for another.
So this is in the
2
50s?
years.
Do you remember this period of time?
That is 1960.
Oh, in the 60s.
64, 65.
So can we talk about the growth of the art scene in the 60s in Osogbo?
Well,
right? So we
yes.
have
1966 is when the Osogbo artists have their first exhibition. So these people who grew up in Osogbo, all of them come from different parts.
Yeah.
Georgina Baya is the teacher of Osogbo artists.
Yeah.
But Susan Wenja is the wife of Uli Baya.
Right.
So when they come to Nigeria, these artists are there, but they cannot discover themselves.
Right.
So that is how they now recruit them for Durola Depo to be doing theater.
Theater, right.
So while Durola Depo is doing the theater, Twins is a dancer, Jimo Brahma is an electrician.
So let me interrupt you because you've said a lot of names there. Duro Ladipo, he died quite young. Yes, but he was a very talented and influential artist, theater artist. Can you talk a little bit about his work?
Okay, Duro Ladipo is a theater man, but actually these same people discover him.
Yeah.
He was a drummer and he was selling tickets at the cinema. Then these people saw him and they said, do you do any other thing apart from, they see he's a huge man and they are writers. So they said, do you do any other thing apart from this, selling tickets? He now said, yes, I'm a drummer at the CMS church, CMS.
Yeah.
And then they said they will come and see you on Sunday.
Okay.
That is how they see him, how he was drumming. They now say they see his spirit. Why do they worship in your own house? He said, Shango. Then they said, well, we have written a story of Shango. We would like you to act this, and if you do it well, you may be able to travel. That is how Rola Depo Theater started.
Yeah.
So they now recruit people for him, and they write the play, which is only Professor Wale Soyinka.
Yes,
doing it
of course.
Together.
So Yuli Bear, Professor Wale Soyinka,
they discover Rola Depo.
Right.
So after they now started, they have to recruit people who can act. That is how Jimo Brahma is an electrician.
Yeah.
They recruit his wife first as a dancer. You know, they now go to the source to choose bata dancer. Choose bata people who will be drumming, and then the people who know, they do research and they start to bring all of them together. That is how the Moraino was their driver by then. But this secret, some of them, they don't want people to know. But I want to tell you, that is how they told me. Olibaya is the one who told me before he passed away. I used to be very, very close to them. And there is not even what they cannot tell their child. They love me dearly and they tell me the whole story.
This is Yuli and Georgina?
Yuli and Georgina. So I was now bringing them back to Nigeria to come and help me to teach my younger ones. Then they said when they were going, the people they taught and said, pass this knowledge to your own next generation. Yeah. You see that after they go, they don't do it. That they are happy to see me doing what they want them to do. So they now say, whatever support I want, they will come and support me. So I will pay for their ticket to bring them back to the show. And I now find the Center for Women.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to the center in a second. Can you talk a little bit about Twins 77, who was your first husband? Right. Can you talk a little bit about you guys as an artist couple and in terms of the growth of your work in Osogbo?
Yes. Twins 77 is a very, very renowned artist. And he has been doing he did not discover himself, but he's a good dancer. He can dance on stone, and then he was dancing for these people who are selling medicine. And they will say, you see this man, he can jump.
To advertise medicine?
Yes.
Okay.
Then they will say, you see this man, he's very strong because he used this medicine. He will jump down. So that is how...
He would travel from town to town and dance. And they would say, because of this medicine, he can do these things. Yeah.
That is how the Olibaya now saw him in the show where he was dancing. He said, oh, this will be good for rural people.
Yeah.
That is how they recruit him. And when he was now dining with them, they just give him like, he said, an edge. Zinc plate. They said, zinc plate is where you print something out.
Yeah.
So they said, go and do something and let us. Then he now put the smallest chicken in the bush of goat. He was now reading book because he also finished
Chicken in the bush of goat?
Yes,
of ghosts.
Yes.
That's the name of the artwork.
There is one book called, there is a writer who was writing something about bush of ghosts.
Okay.
I will tell you the name as soon as it comes to my head. That is how he started reading that book. They now said they should do something in their own environment.
Yeah.
What will they put on this drawing?
Yeah.
So that is how he loved that. A mosquito line. A mosquito line is the name of the writer. Most of his things come the story. He now put it on his head. He will draw something. He say, this is the smallest chicken in the bush of goats. This is the so in the bush of goats. The dog in the bush of goats. That is how he was now putting all these drawings. Then these people now take it to Lagos to show to the Goethe Institute. The Goethe Institute have exhibition.
Yeah.
And they now see that is 1966.
Yeah.
First exhibition. They now see that this thing become so they now say we will pay them salary.
To make
For them to be
art.
able to create more.
Yeah.
So when they now sell, that money goes to them. But the money they are using to give them people, every week to give them people, they took it from the money of their paint.
Yeah.
Then they now said, that is how we started painting. So when he come to my village, he will ask all of us to be doing something. He now see me doing at the record. He now say, why don't you come and stay in Oshogo? Because that is the home of Indigo. Then I say, I went to Oshogo with my boss, which is the Indian woman.
Yeah.
She take me to the grove. And the time I went to the grove, I took a wish. I said, Osho, I want to come back and live here. If you can make me become baby. So because they said people should just go and say their mind to the Osho.
To Osho, yeah.
And then we went with my boss, Mr. and Mrs. Matthew, they are Indian, and they believe in tradition.
Right.
Then their son is called Roy. So they took all of us to the Osho. And then I prayed that day.
So you prayed to Osho on a trip to Oshogo?
Yes. Then when I now come back as a theater person to Oshogo, then I told you that twins used to come to the village.
Yeah.
So he now said, come to Oshogo. When you come to Oshogo, there is a white woman there who can help you. That is how I come to Oshogo. After I get to Oshogo, they will not introduce me to the white woman, but I have already met her before.
Is it Susan?
Yes.
Susan Winter.
Yes.
Oh my God, I have so many
He come
questions.
to Nigeria in 1950. That is a year before I was born.
Yeah.
Married to Nigeria.
Yeah.
So this Nigeria he married is a job. But he and Olibaya were married. But when Georgina came, is when they divorced.
Right.
So
Georgina comes from Germany?
No,
or from
Georgina
Austria
is from
too?
New Molde in UK.
Oh, she's British.
The
Okay. Yeah.
is German.
German,
Yes.
okay.
And the mother is Polish.
Okay.
So Olibaya is from Berlin.
Okay.
East Berlin. While the mother is Polish.
Got it. And Susan,
Georgina is from New Molde in the UK.
Okay.
And she also ran away from home
Yeah.
to
To come to Nigeria.
to Africa with her first husband, who was a lecturer at the University of Zaria.
Okay.
That is how she comes to
Oh, in Zaria. Okay.
So when they now come to Lagos to sightseeing,
Yeah.
that is how they met Olibaya.
Ah.
So when they now met Olibaya, they now say, oh, we are looking for African food. How can we get African food here? Then Uli said, go to the museum. There is a museum kitchen.
This is in Lagos.
This is in Lagos. They have good juicy soup with pounded yam. Then these people now, he now said, anyway, for your information, my wife is having an exhibition tonight. If you finish, if you have time, please come and see my wife's exhibition. He said, when this man is talking nicely about this Susan Wenger is a drummer, he talked to trees, and this is what come out of the trees, he was in the forest, and so, all this work. He said he feels so happy that this is a man who is talking highly about his wife. One day I'm going to take this man. She said it, she told me she said it inside her heart.
Right.
And the day she was telling me is when Olivia now know that this is her, that he can promote his life like this. The man I married, who is a lecturer, did not even want me to do that.
He's not as supportive.
Like to marry him.
Wow.
So he now invite Udi to Zaria. When Udi was going to the vehicle breakdown, so Okada, by then, you know Nigeria is very
hospitable. We're so nice
so,
and kind.
Rainfall, somebody now went to carry Udi with a motorcycle to ABU Zaria to meet the dinner. But the dinner was
Wait, from Nigeria to Zaria?
No, from Osogbo, Ulibaya. Georgina invited Uli.
Yeah.
She knew her
To
husband
Zaria.
is traveling.
Yes.
They now invite Uli to come to Zaria.
And he's married to Susan Winter at the time.
Yes.
Got it.
So when, but Uli just is going on a visit to Zaria.
Zaria.
He didn't tell why he's going there. So when he get there now, he get hooked with love.
Wow. And he marries A.B.
No, he now, Georgina said, I'm coming to meet you. So he said, what did my wife say?
Because he's still married.
I will be your teacher to be teaching some of the people in the Jubilee Depot Theater. That is how she comes in.
She came here. Oh, wow. So
Georgina, Mama now left the house. Because
Mama Winter.
Mama
Mama
they were
did.
living together. That is how Mama now went to marry to a drummer.
Yeah.
If you can bring a young girl from UK, let me also
Marry somebody else.
I want to stay here for the rest of my life.
She knew at that time that she wanted to live here forever.
Immediately they come, they both decide they are not going to have a baby. And the book they are writing, she has finished university. She come at the age of 30
Wow, okay.
to Nigeria.
So she knew that
She want to stay in Africa for the rest
here.
of her life.
Yeah.
So for 40 years she cannot go out.
Yeah.
40 years.
So do you consider her your mother or one of your mothers?
I will say is one of my mentors, and she's really there as a mother to me because I go there to take advice.
Yeah.
So I now went to her. I said, Mama, I want you to advise me. I want to be like you. He said, well, let me see what you are doing. I now show my address. I said, my tribe, my signature. He said, you are already a professional. He said she come all the way from Austria as a painter. But when she get to Ede, they live in Ede for 4 years. She was learning at direct. He said, but you are already a professional.
Yeah.
That she learned at direct for 4 years in a family house.
Yeah.
And she used her batik to her direct with paste to do the painting she's doing. And that is how people are buying it. Any money she make from there, she invests it in the shrine. This shrine is there, but no artwork. She started
We were there yesterday or 2 days ago.
So my twins now is a student of Georgina.
Yeah.
So all the Osogbo artists, half of them are from Mama Susa, the sacred art is what they call it. Those are the people working in the grove who carve the stone, who carve the stick, those poles. That is Adebisi Akanji, Buraimo Badamasi, Kasali, Akangbe. So all those.
They all trained under Mama.
Susa.
Yeah.
Mama Susa. Mama Ademi. And then, you know her real name is called Iwe Funke.
No, I did not know.
Okay.
I
She get some name from Washington.
Iwe Funke.
Iwe.
Iwe.
They believe there is Iwe in the forest.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That Iwe brought her to come and pet also Iwe Funke.
Iwe Funke.
Yes. That is her traditional
name.
So then when she was in Eden for 4 years, they made her a priestess of Obatala.
Okay.
So it was in Eden.
So she's not a priestess of Oshun. She's a
they
priestess.
made a priestess of Obatala.
Okay.
But in Oshun, they give her a devotee. She now become a devotee of Oshun.
Yeah.
But during the Oshun festival, she used to go. But when she have class with the Kabesi, that is when she doesn't go during, because Kabesi is the custodian.
Yes.
Of the Oshun.
Yeah.
So they now said, okay, the two something.
Yeah.
So you can go during the week, but during the Osun festival, I will be going.
So you've mentioned Adire several times. I feel like you are
Adire.
So that is,
we do it and we die it. That is the name of Nigeria textile.
right.
Adire.
Right.
So this Adire Osogbo ìlú Arun Bello Osogbo ṣe ń wo ní lọ. They say Osogbo is the home of indigo. It's because of that indigo that why people go to Osogbo. Because of that indigo, the love of indigo.
Yeah.
There is a film that somebody does, documentary. It's only 7 minutes. And they call it the love of indigo. I have it. I will give it to you.
Yeah.
So for you to. So this the Osogbo is known. All the 99 family houses in Osogbo.
Yeah.
They have indigo seeds. And in Osogbo, they use indigo for curing cancer. So there is a lot of history to go with the indigo. It's a natural color. It's a color of blue. And in the northern Nigeria, they use the indigo to show love to a new wife. You see, they wear their turban.
Yeah.
And all their face will be blue when they marry a new wife. So in the eastern Nigeria, they stitch. I will show you the eastern Nigeria indigo. So the Yoruba paint with feather. The Abeokuta, they do stencil. The men will cut the stencil, the woman will do the Adire.
Yeah.
So the indigo unite us together as one. Is the color of love. Before you become a king, your etu must be dyed in indigo. And it must be dyed by women.
This is your ashoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ashoke that you wear. So they call that ashoke etu. In Ondo, they have alari. Alari also is natural dye from the guinea corn fiber.
Yeah.
So it's called alari. All this color they were using before in Nigeria is all organic.
Yeah.
And suddenly, they don't want the organic color anymore because the Oyibo said, this organic color will rub on your body, throw it away, and be using our own. That is why they throw the traditional dye away. Even the cola, when you use the cola nut, you dry it, you pound it and put water, the brown color that comes out of it doesn't run at all. Adire has been one of the traditional names of our textile in Nigeria. So both Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Mali, Ghana, all of us
have a version of it.
Yes. So it's
what do they call it in Igbo land?
Igbo land is still called, it's not Akwete.
Okay.
You know, in Yoruba, Adi, Are. Then the Hausa also have the name Adi, Are,
they're equivalent. Yeah.
The same
and the same in
Yes,
Igbo.
yes.
So
then they
sorry to interrupt, Ma, but young Nigerians were, I would say since like probably like 80s, 90s, when I was growing up here, Ankara seems to be, like when people think about Nigerian fashion, right? Yes. They think about Ankara is what they see, it's what they know, it's what, when people see it, they say, you are African. You know, this has come to represent our fashion. And why do you think that is? Like, why is it that Adire, or even Ashoke, I mean Ashoke I guess because it's used for a ceremony, but I feel like Adire doesn't have the same kind of status in terms of, and also usage level that Ankara does. Like, what happened?
Well, the Ankara name actually comes from Ghana.
Right.
The name is taken from Ghana. The Ghana people, they have their independence before Nigeria. So the British are bringing this cloth. They are Hollandese, Manchester. That is where they are printing the Ankara.
Yeah.
So they are now saying the cloth we are bringing from Accra. By then, that place is called Gold Coast.
Yes.
So they are saying we are bringing this cloth, printed cloth from Accra.
Yeah.
They don't put Ghana.
Yeah.
So Nigeria name for that is called Abada.
Abada.
And Alarabara.
Alarabara.
Alarabara means the cloth that has color.
It's very bright.
It's very bright. But our real name for our own cloth is called Adire. And then Ashoke. In the eastern Nigeria, they weave Akwete. The Hausa, they weave cloth. So they have a name also for their weaving.
Yeah.
But the name of Nigerian cloth, anything woven on the loom, is called asofi.
Right.
In Yoruba.
Right.
So Igbo also have it. So the Ankara now become popular because they are printing it.
When did it become really, like, when would you say it arrived?
Well,
when
it
did
arrived in the 50s and 40s.
Yeah.
What we were using before, all of us, is kijipa.
Kijipa. And what's kijipa?
Kijipa is the hand spun. The loom, the thread you get from the cotton. Nigeria grew a lot of cotton. All our cloth before is handmade. You remove the seed of the cotton. You put it on the spindle. You now put it on the loom from cotton. You turn it to cotton with something like arrow. We call it igon. After that, it becomes cotton. Then you now spindle it. You put it on the loom. So that cloth, you can use it for 3 years. It will not change. When we say 3 years, you know they use one cloth wrapper for every day. You just tie your wrapper from here or from here.
And
so
then you're ready to go.
You have to. You are raising 3 babies between these 2 wrappers.
Right.
So they call it kijipa.
Kijipa. So Ankara shows up in this.
It's in the
was
40s.
brought in, and then people started adopting.
In the 30s, they were bringing printed cloth from India.
Okay.
And Lebanon.
Okay.
Because these Lebanese people are bringing cloth. And then, you know, we are under British colonial. They were printing a lot of our cloth in Manchester. I went there to do exhibition, and they were asking me the meaning of all those our patterns.
So they were creating clothes in Manchester, bringing them to
Nigeria, to Ghana.
So there's always been a tension between our native fabric and this kind of foreign influence that's constantly trying to take market share from our own
They took the market. So immediately Ankara come, the cloth that is taking you 3 weeks to finish, and somebody just give it to you for maybe 5 shillings. And you are paying almost one pound. Which is, they now sell it to you for 1/4. You will rather buy that one. So they now say this one is too thick. You cannot use it, it's too hot.
Right. But you mean kijipa?
Yes.
Our own clothes.
We wear our
It's too thick and it's too hot.
Yes. So now they discourage us. Why do you want to wear this in the hot weather? Let me bring something lighter for you. That is how they give that one a bad name. And now we adapt Ankara and the printed cloth from India. Even the adire we were using. We are printing, we are bringing the printed material from India.
You mean the basis?
Yes, in 1920s, my great grandmother told me. In 1920s, all the Guinea brocade is brought
the foundational
from
cloth. So it wasn't our own woven cloth. It was always important. So how do you think about, in terms of your career and the amazing company you've created, right? Because I think more than anything, you're a brilliant businesswoman. How have you pushed back against that foreign forces, right? Like, how have you sort of established and said, you know what, I'm going to put my stake in the ground and I'm going to make sure that this fabric has a place in this culture?
Yes, so I now start taking the youth. I went to different universities, I talked to the teachers, I told them that send your student to the center. I opened a center in 1982 in Oshogo. I said, send these students to the center so they can learn their own traditional fabric. So they will be able, when there is no job, they will be able to do it as a job. After I have seen life throughout, because in 74 is what I went to teach in America. So if I can go to America to teach our traditional art, why not you youth? Because you are the future of tomorrow. That is how I started that. So the first year, I recruited women. They were using police to arrest me. They said, our women, when they start making money, they don't listen to the husband anymore. And my first husband, we are 15 wives, married to one man. And this one man, he just married us. He said, oh, I just enjoy watching them fighting over me because I'm a handsome man. And why do we marry him? Because of poverty. We were thinking, we are looking for a man who will care for us.
Was this twins?
Yes.
He had 15 wives?
We have 15 wives.
What?
So when I come back from US in 74, I was asking all those women in America, is your husband with 2 wives? They will say, no, me alone.
Oh, you didn't know that this was not normal.
I thought this is the culture, because if you don't see people marrying more than one, you must be a Catholic. So now, I now say, I come back. I told the other wife, I said, come on, you know what? Where I went, If you have your job in your hand, you don't need, why are we fighting ourselves? Let's ask this man why we are fighting over him every day. We are fighting ourselves, we are women. Why do we have to fight? He now say, I just enjoy looking at you people fight. So I said, okay. So when I tell them, they say, take me there. I say, I cannot take you there, your work will take you there.
Can we say that again? Your work will take you there.
Yes, I said, if you can work hard and do this your traditional technique of textile, this work will take you to overseas one day.
Yeah.
They now say, take me there. So when people from Manchester, US, they will come, they will say, we are looking for somebody who can weave. They say, this one is a weaver. We are looking for somebody who can do adire. This one is adire. We are looking for pottery. In fact, one of the potter in the UK is a Kenyan woman. She came here in 1984 to learn from Ladi Kwali, who is a potter. This woman's work is selling for £50,000, one small pot.
Wow. What's her name?
That is Magdalena Odundu. Magdalena Odundu is Kenya woman.
So she learned in Nigeria?
She learned in Nigeria. She come to Nigeria to learn.
Wow.
Now, because she used hand to mold her pot like proper Nigeria, she has put modern style with it.
Yeah.
But her pot is in different museum.
Yeah.
And it's selling big money.
So your story really captures, I think, the power of traditional art.
Yes, the
traditional
power of
work.
textile.
Right.
The closest thing to your skin is your textile.
Right.
Me. So this textile.
My dad likes to say Asholanki.
Benny. So when it sometimes you may go out, you may not wear big clothes. It doesn't mean you are not a big person. But the closest thing, you know, when you are married, they will say you must love this woman as your skin. What is closer to your skin? Your family. Because you cannot walk naked.
Can you talk a little bit about recruiting? You said you were recruiting women to work and essentially empowering them, right?
No.
Come back and you say like the possibilities are endless.
Yes.
And you said policemen were trying to arrest you.
Every time this one will come, he will say, they went to report me. That is how I married to the police. So
yeah, he is a police officer. He's a retired police officer,
He's
right?
a retired commissioner of police.
Yeah.
So the first time, anytime any police come to Osogbo, I will go there, I will report myself. I will say, my name is Nike. I'm an artist, I do textile, and I have all these women who are learning. A lot of them are married. But they are forced into marriage. Some of them. It's not from their heart.
Yeah.
But because of poverty, they have to take whatever they put in their plate. But now they have seen life through art. They may come and stop them tomorrow.
Yeah.
That is why I come, and what they are going to use is police. So whenever they use police to arrest me, I will go there, I will explain.
They would actually arrest you?
They arrest me
Wow.
That is how this man invited me to his office and said, I want to see you.
Oh, that is actually how you met your husband?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, they went to report me that there is a young girl, they want to make her number 4 wife. And she's one of our students who is very, very clear. She finished secondary school, she has no money to go to university. Then I said, you will be doing this work, you will be selling it, and you use the money to train yourself through university.
Yeah.
Then you have your power when you have your education. Yeah. Then I said, if I have getting education, by now I will be minister. But I want you to make sure, if a man can have bachelor, you should be able to have master through your own handwork. Then they arrested me, and then I went to him. Then one thing he said he really loved this adire, that his mother used to do adire. He's from Benin, and their street in Egun, they do bronze casting.
Yeah.
Then he said the mother used to wear adire that I wear today, and when he was coming to Osogbo, he has already gone to my gallery to buy tablecloth there, done by some of the female, I don't even know. Then I saw the tablecloth on his table. Then Georgina followed me. Yeah. Georgina said, let's go. I said, I don't like to go to, I have already reported to area commander. He's the
so you would have to go and talk to them?
I have to go and talk to them, and I will invite them, come and see them, and they see the women, they will interview the women. Why are you here? You may say, I'm one of number 4 wife, I may be number 5 wife. Then some of them will say, I'm a single mother. Some of them will say, I'm a widow. And then this commissioner said, do you want them to be stealing? You, husband, how much are you giving to your wife? He said, I established her with 5 shillings. and I must eat from these 5 shillings. Then he said, what is 5 shillings? If your wife can put 2 shillings down and you bring 5 shillings, so you will be able, both of you will be able to train your child in school.
So economic empowerment.
Yes,
yeah.
That is how some of them take me to court. So they now say I'm bringing American feminists to Nigeria that are moving with America. They are not going to agree for that movement to happen in Oshogo.
Feminism is a dirty word in this culture.
Yeah.
People get very angry when you say you're a feminist.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I think they just like, this is a country where they still believe that men have to obey the oversee all the power. Then, you know, in Liberia, the first female president is but it's backed up by the society over there. So Nigerian women now, they cannot even become governor.
Have we ever had a female governor?
No,
I don't
not
think so.
yet. But we need to really push them and say we are ready to vote for it.
Yeah.
But they need somebody to put the money down because everything here is money.
It's money. Everything.
If not, there is a good, powerful woman who can do better as a president.
Yeah.
They can do better.
I believe that.
Yes, but they don't allow them.
The men, I'm sad to say, they've not done a very good job.
No.
I will say it. The men have not done a very good job running this country. That is a fact.
And we
I'm sorry, it's a
like
fact.
to interview my husband. It's a country where he still see that he is one of the people who support women. But sometimes he will say, I'm in the government for 37 years.
Yeah.
And when you talk about women, they will say, no, they teach you. But now, we are happy that women are the head of the bankers.
Yeah.
So they can go and browse in the cafe. In my own lifetime, before if your husband have bachelor, you are not allowed to have bachelor.
Wow.
Now, women are becoming the head of the
companies.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So I was just so happy there. I will be sitting down there, I will be watching these young people taking their children and their husband out for weekend.
Yeah.
And they sit down, have lunch. They will say, why don't you go and cook for your husband? What are you
going
doing
out to eat is
to
new.
eat outside?
Yeah.
So all this, I was just so happy to see it in my own lifetime.
Yeah. And you'll see, you'll see more progress in your lifetime.
I pray.
You will see a female governor. You will see a female president.
So some of these my students, when you see them, a lot of them, I will say they should gather at least 10 for you to interview them in US or so you will see them. They have their own houses. They go and come.
Yeah.
They go there and come. They do the lecture and come back. They do workshop and come back. And they have houses here. Yeah. And some of them have houses over there. So you see life through art, and they are happy and they are independent. So now I'm always proud to say these are my own achievements. Then before I build the gallery, I always say I want every voice of the artist to be heard.
Yeah.
Their voice is their work.
Yeah.
So they cannot be here all the time, and people cannot be going from one artist's house to another. How many artists do you want to go to their home with the hustle and rustle of Lagos?
Yeah.
So that is why I opened the gallery and say this will be a meeting point. Every Sunday you will see plenty of them who come to just see their work on the wall. They are happy.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the space?
Yes.
And how did you come to? When did you build it? And how did it? Was it always in this space, or did it grow into this space? Grow into this space.
I started my first gallery 50 years ago. That is in Oshogo in 1968.
Okay.
In my bedroom.
Wow.
And I told you we are 15 wives. When we went, our children sleep under the bed. 3 of us in one room. 3 of us in one room. So when I wake up in the morning, so I will put mat. The mat is our bed. So that is where I'm going to put the cloth, like how we sell in the market. You fold it nice. Then visitor will come from Lagos to look at how we are working. And then they will say, do you have any finished one? We say yes. Then I try my signature. I can hardly speak a word of English. And we say, this one, Alawuran, no. Alawuran. They will say, what is Alawuran? That one is with figure. That one is more money. So that is how we are selling small. Then in 1974, when I go to America, they give us opportunity.
So you went to America to teach weaving, weaving, right?
Yes. They said when we go there, we are the first African. to go to US.
Where
We are
in
from
the US? Where did you go?
Haystack, I will show you.
Haystack.
In Maine,
Okay.
the state of Maine, to teach the African American their own direct craft. So they take 10 from Africa. I'm the only female. And the American government actually, somebody from the Museum of Natural History, is a woman in the show craft, is the one who was, they were selling my work at the craft shop.
Yeah.
They were looking for female that we are bringing 10 from Africa. Is there no female?
Then no women.
They said no, they are doing craft. They said they don't care if they are doing craft. So when they refused to introduce women, that the party was still alive,
Yeah.
they don't introduce her as an artist. They said it's a craft woman. They now went to a different museum. That is how they see my work. They said, we like this woman who do textile.
Yeah.
What other thing can she do? They said she's a weaver. Then they said, okay, what other thing? I do embroidery. So I do more than 4
So you
things,
had
and I'm
so
a
many
dancer.
skills.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm a dancer. I can beat drum. I can carve. So I do all these things. Then one day this man just come in and said, I'm looking for Nikkei. I said, oh, my name. By then I don't know how to
Came
say
to
my
Oshogo?
name. Yes.
Yeah.
But I said, my name, Nikkei, Olaniyi, 77. So my name, I cannot.
Wow.
He said, okay. He come with an interpreter. Then he said, what do you do? I said, bata. We will. I said, okay. So then I said, the adire. So then the man now said, I do adire, I do embroidery. Then he said, can I see some of your work? I show the work. Then he did not even ask me to see. I open my loom and I do. I show it to him. So he was so happy. He said, I'm coming back. But this time is to look at you. Tell your husband that you will be traveling in 74. Immediately I tell him, he said, no, I won't agree.
He said no.
Oh, I won't agree unless I follow you. If not, these people will take my wife away from
so
me.
he knew.
That
did he follow you?
He followed me. He
Wow.
was now teaching etching. He's
Okay.
an artist already.
Oh, of course,
It's
of
only
course.
they have picked 10.
Yeah.
They just want a woman to be there.
Yeah.
But the only way I can go is for
He
him
came
to.
along.
So they now create a place for him to do etching.
Okay.
So when we now get to US in 74, in fact, because I'm a female and I was going, they stopped us at the airport. They said, what is the woman going to do? To teach craft in America?
Wow.
No way. So they stopped us. Why could they stop us? They said this man is going, his wife is going. They don't agree. So then they take us back to Oshogo. The judge free us that they are peaceful people, they are not hooligans, so. Because
Yeah.
you know he's a musician.
Yes, I
And
do.
they don't trust
Yeah.
musicians. So
Well, I think
now-
artists are always
Yeah.
greeted with suspicion in this
Oh
culture.
my God. So they take us back to Oshogo. We were late getting back to America. When we get there, I said, wow, this is the land.
This is
So I was just thanking God that I can step on this land. It's from the plane. So when I get there, I was working day and night. I make more money more than them. All the work I finished there, plus the work we take to go, they do house exhibition for us.
Yeah.
And I sold more than them. And their work is more money more than me. But my work is $3, $4, $5.
Yeah.
Small party.
Yeah.
I carry some to go. The one I'm selling here for 10 naira.
Yeah.
So by then, the dollar is less.
It's less than the naira.
So
Can you
I
imagine
make
those
almost
days?
400. I say,
Wow.
The embroidery that I'm selling here for like maybe £1, £2, I sold it for $400. Because they ask us what rate are we selling in Nigeria. We now tell them, they said, okay, we put the prices
For us. For you.
And that is how I make almost $2,000.
What?
This is money. Then they pay us. The money they pay us is only 400. And they now said if we are good, we will be the first African to get a grant to travel. But this traveling they want us to do is to bring something back. But the African America, the first section, the second section, Bruce or Nabrapaya was there.
His work is upstairs. Right? Not a lot of his
So
work is
then
here.
the third section, they have Ndidi and Co. So that is how they were now taking us for a period of 5 years to be teaching. In that summer is for African American. It's a craft school.
Yeah.
So that is how I now open the gallery. I now say, this is not only gallery. I went to the street to take 20 girls from the street who are selling cola, selling urugu, selling pepper. I said they should come and be learning.
And
train. Then my ex-husband will say, why? Then I said, no, this thing we need more people, we need more female. And some of them are already married, they used to come to us, seeing us like a hero.
Yeah.
So why not share the knowledge with them? That is how I started sharing my knowledge with them. And I teach the other wife.
Right.
And then we now become, they said the sisters. We call ourselves sisters. We are no more fighting. Because before, if he give you 3 pence, I must take my own 3 pence. Because we are all working for him.
Yep.
So when you now have your money and I have my money, I don't need to be jealous.
Right.
So
and you guys can work together
yes,
collaboratively.
we now collaborate to work as a team. And then 1982, I told them I had enough, I'm going. Then they said they will follow me. I said, if you follow me, it will become tug of war. That is how they follow me. That is how I open another gallery.
Yes. Wow. So I feel like
move away from twins, I now open.
Oh, and you
gallery.
had your own home.
Yes.
By
That
your
home. It took me 10 years to build it.
Yeah.
It's 3 bedroom.
Yeah.
And I call it a big cooperative art gallery.
Right.
At center. So the women I picked, we were now living together.
Were some of the wives with you?
Yes, we are
living together
yes,
in this space, right?
Yes, and the children.
Was that revolutionary for that time?
Yes,
Had anyone
yes.
ever done that? Like,
Oh,
say,
no,
I'm leaving
no.
my husband's house,
Yes,
and we're going to go have a female-only
Yes.
house. I can imagine
It was
people
the
were
talk
going
of
crazy.
war.
Like, what has she
And
done?
he used all his power. Take me to any king, the king of Ede, the king of Idoashu,
Reporting you all over the place.
Reporting, then I have to go and answer. This is the reason. We are working for you, but now we say we don't want to work for you anymore. We are working for ourselves, and we want to make money to be able to look after our children. Because each one of us, I have 4. Some other wives have 2, 3.
Yeah, there were a lot of kids.
Yes, but we don't have money to trade them. So, and when we bring this money in, we will go and marry a new wife. So, but because he just wants the woman to be fighting over him, he's a handsome man. He's a very brilliant artist. So,
very, very handsome man.
Yes.
So I feel like in the last 2-3 years, there's been this like Nigerian artist, African art. All of a sudden, it's almost like people have just woken up to the fact that we're here and we're amazing.
Yes.
Do you feel like, as someone who has been doing this for so long and championing like our work, that like, okay, first of all, you guys have finally woken up from your slumber.
Yes.
But is there a part of you that feels like, you know, you've built something amazing? Like, what are your thoughts, I guess, about this kind of new awakening of what has been the reality in front of everybody's eyes for so long?
Well, I think we thank God that our own time has come, that African art is known all over the world. Because Picasso come to Africa before he was known.
Yes.
So that African spirit that he come to look at the African art, and he changed his motif to African image. That is how he get popular.
Right.
So, but for us, we cannot market ourselves. But thank God for the education. And people like you who are media, who show what we are doing to the other world. That is how people are now getting to know that, oh, there is beautiful thing here. Oh, if there is beautiful thing, I read a review about so. I saw a review from so. So that is why we always thank the media for helping us to showcase also what we are doing. We cannot showcase ourselves. So now it's like African art just wake up. They start 154. 154 means 54 African countries, but we are one Africa.
Yeah.
So that one opened the eyes of the people. Then the Africa 95 in London, that every gallery was showcasing African art. So I was at the Africa, teaching the textile. Then all the museum, they were showing the bronze casting from Africa, not only Nigeria. Then we just say, ooh. So this thing we are doing, we don't know it can become money. Now that people like it, we should package it well, like the Nolly field. That is why we African artists now are doing the best we can do to make sure we don't go back So we are going forward, then we try to add more the education to the work. So now everybody is knowing about African art. They are coming to Nigeria, not to look only at the money aspect, but to also see the African art. Then at art house, they are doing auction. When they started, we are working together as one. So then we need more galleries to open. That is why we need more of the artists
so
to
you
come
don't want to be the
together.
only one. You don't want to be the only one.
I want more and more youth.
Yeah.
Because wherever we are going now, we want you people to continue. That is why we are happy. Whenever you people want to ask me questions, I will say I will volunteer to make sure everything works. We need you.
But I look at traditional Yoruba religion, right, or practices, our culture, the way we name children, the way that we get married, just different things about how we do things. And some of these things, people don't want to have anything to do with it because they believe that it conflicts with religion, with Christianity in particular, right? I'll say, let's be honest and say what it is. Is that people believe. So let's say, for example, we went to the Grove, and we had a young lady with us, and she was afraid to go inside. She said, she's lived in Oshobo all of her life. She's never been to this place because she believed that it was somehow in conflict with her Christianity. And so I'm really concerned that we are losing the richness of our culture because people have just decided that the whole thing, religion and culture, is essentially the same. And if they're Christian, they shouldn't participate in any way in anything that has anything to do with our culture. So what do you think that we can do to kind of stop this erosion? Like what to do? It's a really sad situation.
Yes, it is, because they name our religion idol, and they educate the younger people to give them fear that come to the church, come to our church. That is the only place you can get. If you have pressure, you get your pressure relief. If you have problem, we are the only one who can solve your problem. Which is not true. In those days, even up till now, when you go to the Grove, the same God you are calling in the church is the same God they are calling at the Grove. They call it Olodumare in Yoruba. Why the Muslim will say Anabi wa Muhammad, then the Christian will say Jesus Christ. So they give when they want to kill a dog, they will give the dog a bad name or tie bone on the leg. They will say, this dog just killed my chicken. So that is what they do. They give our own religion bad name so people can follow the Christianity and throw away their own traditional religion. I'm a Catholic. So when the CNN took me to the Grove, and they said, what do they use this water for? I said, this water is for healing. And I took the water and I drank it. And people who want baby, who want money, whatever you want, you go to the Grove, you pray by yourself. Just like going to the beach to pray and eat cookie. That is how the Oshun is. So you pray and you get if you make a wish, you can go back. Maybe you say, if I get a good husband, I will bring 50 cents to throw inside the water. So, and then when you get a good husband, you take that 50 cents. Then everything is working well. I remember the group of America who come in 1970, Barbara Antia from New York. She's 40 years old, and they told her she cannot have a baby. She comes, she believes in Oshun with 20 people in her group. And they said, Oshun, all of them get pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Including Barbara that has done 3 operations, and they said she cannot get a baby. So they believe in the Oshun. The same thing, either Muslim or Christian, you have to believe in your own traditional direct source. If not, that is why a lot of people are having problems. They name our religion idol, and they now tell the father, Reverend Father, to throw me out of the church. I said,
after the video, after the CNN.
After the CNN. Then the father said, no, I've been to the Oshun with Nike. This cowrie that Nike used, I used it to do, the otter ball. I use cowrie to do their belt. It's our money before.
Yes.
They now name it that it's a share. When you say prayer, oh, may it be so, amen. Then in Yoruba they say a share. So I say it's the same meaning. So then the father told them that no, this is a traditional culture. This is a heritage that people go back to know about their roots.
Yeah.
Some of the people, when they say they send a rope, let's say something terrible happened,
Yeah.
and you want to send this message, you take the teeth of the dog
Yeah.
and the calm wood, which is called osu, they will tie it in his hand. They give it to a boy, go and deliver this to your sister. So the sister opened it and said, oh, my father sent me a message that this thing is very painful. What happened to you is very painful, but take it and calm down. Take it like a bit of salt, or take it like osu and rub it and calm.
Yeah.
Don't use that to kill yourself.
Right.
So they call it aroko. But now you can just take the phone and you are calling
And you can
US.
just call the person.
So because of that, we cannot say we will not use our aroko anymore.
Yeah.
Because we still have to pass this knowledge to the younger generation,
Yeah.
and let them know that this is not ordinary. This is not ordinary something we can throw away.
Right.
Like yesterday now, he bought the cowrie. That cowrie is money. 200 of that cowrie is £1 in those days. A bag of money.
Yeah.
Now, if you say you carry a bag of money, you are talking about millions.
Millions. Are you hopeful that our culture will continue and our language will
we
continue?
need to educate more young people
Yeah.
that they shouldn't throw away their culture.
Yeah.
They shouldn't throw away their treasure. Like this carving is a creativity. It's not idol. Nobody worship it. It's handmade.
Yeah.
They shouldn't throw away their talent.
Yeah.
That anything they know that is good for them, keep it. Don't let anybody. When you listen to people, people will always have something to do, something to say. Nobody is perfect. They will always say something bad about you. But give them something to talk about and just follow your life. What you think makes you happy. If you know you want to go with the traditional aroko, do it well and write a book and pass that book to the younger generation so they can read about it. Yoruba is not teaching their children their language anymore. When they want to give you name, they will say Monica, so instead of Adenike, Oyinike, Ogundele, Ogunjimi. When you go to Ijebu, you still see Ogunwo. Right away, Ogunwo. You know it's from Ijebu. Yeah. Then there is what they call Abule. That Abule, the farmhouse. Every Ijebu or Abeokuta have a farmhouse. The same thing with Ibadan. So if you are a native of Abeokuta and they ask you what is the name of your Abule or family Abba, and you don't know it, they will say you are not original.
No, that's
so
the way.
they should package and write. That is their own contribution to the younger generation. And let us educate ourselves more by writing more about our culture. Like what you are doing, I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you. I do want people, more of you, to live forever for us. So you can be writing and showing the people how beautiful our culture is and how people should admire and carry it along with them. And don't let anybody discourage you.
I'll be remiss if I don't ask you about your gillies.
Oh.
You have such a unique style of gilly. Can you just tell us a little bit about what inspires each one? Do you have a particular design that you have in mind when you start? Like what your gillies are, they're very unique. I don't know nobody else ties gilly like you really. So like what inspires them, and like is it based on how you're feeling in a particular day, or just tell us a little bit about your gillies.
Okay, in those days, the gele is the crown of a woman.
Yes.
And when a woman is having money of their own,
they
wear the big gele to say, I'm independent.
Yes.
I'm a market woman.
Yeah.
I make more money more than my husband.
Yeah.
But I want to show the beauty of being a queen of my husband.
Yeah.
So you put on your gele. If the government is good, we have gele we call Gomon. That one is different.
One of our ex-leaders.
We love that leader. And then we create a gele for him. We have gele, we make shagari.
How was that one?
That one is long
It's
and
long,
tall.
straight,
So
like the person.
when this Jonathan come, all of us are so happy. That is when I created that big.
Yeah.
And I wear it to Jonathan. Then the Jonathan said, when I'm traveling to USO, please carry this woman with gele. I love her hair tie. My mother used to wear hair tie, but
wow.
not as big as this. Then he said, what is this meaning? I said, because I'm telling you I'm happy.
Yeah.
This is to show love to
Yeah.
your people when you wear your big gele. And when you are going to a party, the first thing they see is gele. Now Professor called it gele gala.
Yeah.
So he carried me to Italy to go and teach those women there. So we are teaching the younger children now in secondary school how to wear this gele.
Yeah. How to wrap it?
Yes.
I want to come take a lesson because
Yeah.
I don't wrap it well.
Oh.
Can I? Is
This
there someone
one
that
is
can teach me here?
5 minutes.
Okay.
So, and it's not going to pain your head.
Yeah.
Then the one that they are wrapping that when you wear it, you are having headache.
Yes.
What do you want to have headache wearing gele? Because it's something you can put on for 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah, of course.
And it's part of our culture.
Of course.
When a woman is married, you become the queen.
Queen. Yeah.
And when you are the queen, you wear your hat.
Yeah.
You will see the queen of UK when it's going out.
And when
you
she
wear
wears,
the hat.
she wears her hat.
And you wear your hat good. The way you know when they are doing this horse riding.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
of course.
everybody with the different
Oh yeah,
hats.
the Kentucky Derby. Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
Professor Wole you can't say it's not ordinary gele now. It's gele gala.
Gele.
Like a gala night, gala day. So you wear your gele and it becomes gala.
Oh wow.
Tie. So
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And does this one have a name? This particular
I
one?
call this one, I actually created this during the time when this Mandela passed. So Professor said we should do something about Mandela. Then I said Mandela we are like a big umbrella that all the African people are under him.
Yes.
And now he passed away, we still want to do something in his own memory.
Yeah.
So then I created this guy.
Oh wow. This gele for him.
But now, when he gave me this name, Gele Gala. So the next one, I will give you one of the catalog.
Oh my gosh.
Of the Gele
I
Gala.
love it. This is really beautiful.
So we can teach you how to do it.
It's really
and
wonderful.
you just do it in 5 minutes and then you have your Gele Gala.
So
Onígèlè yìí kẹ̀kẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀yẹ̀ wò. Onígèlè yìí kẹ̀. To see this Lagbaja sing about Gele, they will say every musician will sing about Gele.
I love
because it's our
Lagbaja.
crown.
His music is beautiful.
Yes, it's our crown.
What advice? So you're so youthful. You're such an amazing success. What advice would you have for young people who are starting out, or maybe not that young, who are maybe not in their element, not happy with where they are in life? What advice would you give for someone who hasn't quite figured it out yet?
Yes, I will say they should follow their heart. Any young people who know they are good, if you are good in cooking, and you are worried that, oh, my parents want me to be a doctor, do your cooking and package it well and follow your heart. So anything you know you are good at, do it well. Like now, you may become a film star tomorrow. So you will become a filmmaker and you like the traditional cultural film.
Yeah.
So do it well and package it in a nice way. You will see your film will be winning award because your heart, you also like it, it's your passion. Don't let anybody discourage you.
Yeah.
Whatever you know you are good at, as a young person, follow your heart, do it well and package yourself in a nice way. Don't let anybody say, because you are not a doctor, you cannot make money. You can make money through whatever you do and you do it well.
So Mama,
I say,
so, but what do you want your legacy to be?
what I would like my legacy to be is for people to continue loving the art of our country and also promote whatever you know you can do to make sure the art in our country doesn't die, because it's our treasure. Is the only thing we have to show to the world as an ambassador of this country. Many countries always say, oh, African art is the best, but I want to tell you, Nigeria have the giant of the Africa. So continue to promote the legacy is to continue to promote the African art.
Yeah.
And that is what I know how to do. And when people want to also learn, I always tell them, I can only teach you what I know.
No.
I cannot teach you to become a banker. But with your education, you can get to the sky is your beginning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Muduga.
Ẹ ṣé àmọ́ kúnlẹ̀ mọ́.
Thank you.